I built this AI system that spies on my competitors. It takes their best videos, it creates some key metrics, it then plugs those metrics into an AI agent, which will identify why they're great, what I can do to make them better, and then it outputs all that information into my private Slack channel. So this is for today, and you can see the top video of the week. So it's basically identified the top videos based on my search criteria. It's got a video link, it's got a thumbnail link, it's got the like to view ratio, which is something that I'm calculating inside of this workflow. It even tells me what makes it successful and what I can do to adapt this for my content. So as you can imagine, the VO3, which is the latest video drop from Google, has been very popular, right? It's trending and it's definitely up there. The second video was this one here, which is for C dance, and I will be creating that in a future video. This is from ByteDance, and apparently this is obviously subject to debate. It's better than Google's VO3, so I'll definitely be making a video on that as well. But you can see it's giving me the same kind of output. It's got the video link, it's got a thumbnail, it's got the like to view ratio, and what makes it successful, and how I can adapt this to my content. Now I could go even bigger and expand this even more by adding a script, by adding a video outline, and completely replacing a video creation production team just by AI agents. To manage this automation, I created a database inside of Google Sheets, and there's only two real caveats. The first one is you put in a list of the channel ID inside of this column here on the first sheet, which is channels. You can put as many as you want in. The second tab is you just need a tab for each channel ID, because what this automation will do is it will basically publish all this information that you have here. So I've got the ID, the published ad, tags, if they are using any tags, channel titles, video titles, description, like count, comment count, view count. And then these are the metrics that I'm actually creating inside of the automation. So view per hour, comment rate, like rate is what's being generated. And I've even got duration, definition. I'm just trying to spot trends, is the best performing videos are they being uploaded with the highest definition? My suspicion is yes, they are, because why would YouTube reward creators that upload videos in the lowest definition? It doesn't make any sense to me. And then I've got the standard thumbnail, small thumbnail, medium thumbnail, large thumbnail, and that's just dependent on the quality of the thumbnails, but the standard one is enough. And then what happens is, as you populate the channels here, you just need to create a new sheet for each of the channel IDs and then give it the same name as a channel ID, and the automation will take care of the rest. The automation is triggered by a schedule node, and I set this for Sundays at midnight, so I've got a fresh batch of videos that I can review the following Monday and obviously develop my videos. The next node is a YouTube node, and this is to basically get many videos, and that's the operation. And for this, I'm just getting the channel ID, which is this field here. Now this will return all the channel IDs based on how many that you have in the first tab on the sheet, and we're just going to order them by date. Okay, so this is going to be the most recent video versus obviously the oldest ones. Once we have that, then we can get the videos. Okay, so this is now another YouTube node. The operation is get, and now we have the video ID, right? Because we get that from the search channels node. So just drag and drop this over here, and that's all it's doing. So when you run it, you'll see the actual video titles, published ad, description, tags, thumbnails, etc. We're going to use that later. Then I put in a node here just to remove shorts, and that's a filter because I don't want to muddy the waters by looking at content that's video shorts, because shorts are obviously very viral, but they're not necessarily the best content for you to grow your channel. After that, I've added a wait node. So this is just for 10 seconds, and that's purely because if you're going to be following a bunch of channels and hundreds, if not thousands of videos, you're not going to be able to write consistently to the next Google Sheet node because it's going to hit the rate limit. Okay, so the next node is now the Google Sheets, and this is update or append operation. It's the same document, but this time the sheet is sorted by sheet name, right? Because each sheet for each channel has to have a unique channel ID. That's the way this workflow has been built. Then I'm mapping the columns manually. I'm using the ID for that, which is this variable here. And then you just drag, you got published out, which is this one. Tags is further down here somewhere, just find that one. Then you've got the channel title, the video title, description. Again, I'm just dragging these fields over just to update the Google Sheet. I've got a like count, comment count, view count. I've got the favorites here as well, although I don't think it's that useful as a metric. And then duration here is just a variable that I've used to basically generate the number of seconds that the video is. So if it's 25 minutes, it will calculate what 25 minutes is in seconds. And I need that value later downstream because I'm going to use it to basically find other metrics. And at the end, I'm going to find the undisputed champ, right? Because I only want the very best videos. So you can see here that this video has 1,579 seconds. Then this is definition. So it's a standard definition, is a high definition. I've got a standard thumbnail, the small thumbnail, medium and large thumbnails. You can get away with the standard thumbnails. I've just put it all in there When you run it, you'll see all these outputs. And then because we've got 3 rows here, what I need to do is I need to loop back, right? If I don't have the loop, it's just going to submit the first row in the sheet. But I've got 3 items, so I need to update all 3 rows, and that's what this automation is doing. Once that's complete, it will then go into this code node here. So all this is doing is basically generating the 3 new variables that I want to generate, which is like rate, comment rate, and views per hour. The most important one is the views per hour. So the way this calculates it is it will use the published at field, right? Because we have that, and then it's just got a calculation here to basically give it some kind of number that I can work with. Now it's not going to be exact because I'm using the published at and the number of views that I have, and it's working it out based on a formula, but it's the best that we're going to get with the information that we have from YouTube. Once we have that, there's now an if node. So what this if node does is I want to find the undisputed champ, right? Now there's a few ways you can do this. You can use the comment rate. For this, I've just used views per hour is greater than 100. And you can see that there's only 1 video. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to recreate the worst videos. Although the content creators I follow are the best in their field, not all of their videos are going to be amazing, right? And I want to filter for that. The second reason is you don't want to be sending like 100 videos into the next node, which is the AI agent, because it's going to cost you a fortune in terms of the language model tokens. So it's better for me to just send, out of, I don't know what came out, 10, and to send 2 in here. Because as I multiply the number of channel IDs, I'm going to get hundreds of, if not thousands of results coming through this automation. So I want to filter the very, very best and not waste my time. And then I've got the next node here, which is an AI agent. So let me just go inside of here. So for the prompt, the source of prompt, I've just given it these fields, which are coming in from the previous node here, which is get videos. So I've got description, I've got the video URL. So video URL is actually not a variable inside of when you get the get videos, but we know that it's just this base URL. And then the last bit of it is just the ID. Right, so you can basically formulate it like this. If I was to copy and paste this over to YouTube, this value here, it would actually play the video. So that's all you need. Then I've got a like rate, which is being created by the get key metrics. Publish date is obviously one of the previous nodes, and then thumbnails is just from the get videos thumbnail URL. And then what I've asked it to do is I've given it a system prompt. And so this time what I'm going to say is you are a YouTube specialist with deep expertise in content trends, audience engagement, and video optimization. Your goal is to analyze a selected video and generate a structured, insightful response to help creators refine their approach and develop unique content inspired by it. So this is the format I've gone into. This is like a huge expression, and all it does is just gives me today's date. So yeah, it's kind of seems a bit long, but yeah, this is the only way I can get it to work, and this is just an expression inside of NA10. But I mean, it works. You don't need this. You could have the system date. I just think it looks a bit ugly. This is just a bit more polished, but I'll leave that up to you how you want to do this. And then this is the output. So top video of the week. This is what I showed you inside of Slack at the beginning of the video, and this is the layout, right? And the most important thing is make sure it's clickable, and it should be, because I'm basically getting the links, the URLs from the source prompt. Okay. And then it's going to give me, what makes it successful, how I can adapt this. This output can be in whatever format you want it to be. This is the way I've done it. And as it's an AI agent, you're going to need a language model. So for this, I've used 4 a minute. It's very affordable. Even if you do send like 20, 30, 40 videos a day, it's not going to kill it. It's not going to use that many tokens. And even if it does, 4 a minute is still very affordable at this moment in time. And then once we have that, it's going to send it into my private Slack channel. I mean, you can put the output if you want it to go. You can put it into Airtable. You can send an email to yourself. If you are going to sell this as a service, you can send it back to your clients. It's entirely up to you how you do this. I'm just using a post to Slack node. So it's just a Slack node. The resource is message. The operation is send. I'm sending it to my YouTube research channel. And then it's just a simple text message. And then for the message text, it's just this here. This is what I've created as an output. I've asked the AI agent to create a string variable, which is this text here. Okay. And that's all I'm sending back to the Slack channel. And if you want this automation, click on the link in the description, head over to our school community. We're very active in here. A lot of great content shared by myself and other business owners. More importantly, there's classrooms to help you get started. If you're not familiar with AI, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, you want to build some type of business, but you need some help, I've got an agency course here, which is how to launch your AI agency in 16 days. So it took me 30 days to launch the agency and find my first client. I'll show you how to do that in 16 days. And the second classroom, probably the most important one, is the AI automations and blueprints. If you click inside of here, I've got all the blueprints, including this one, but I've got some other exclusive ones that I haven't shared with the YouTube channel. So click in the link in the description, sign up with a school account if you don't have one, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks.